I suppose I'm like many men. I walked through the door many moons ago, 7 years, through the doors in Hull. You know, after a bit of a struggle myself, after a suicide attempt as well, and when it took a friend that I work with here in Grimsby to sort of really push me out of my comfort zone a little bit and get me sort of through that door. He passed me a leaflet, and where it was at the time was kind of perfect, because it meant I had to go to Hull, which was an hour and a half away, it wasn't on my home turf, it wasn't where I lived, there wasn't going to be anybody I knew. I'd always grown up with, here in Grimsby, with this mindset that sort of mental health doesn't really exist, it's more of a thing. You go for a walk, give your head a wobble. So, and all it took was a guy to sort of knock on my window when I was parked outside and ask me if I was here for ANDYSMANCLUB, and that got me through the door. And I remember that first night, hearing the lads go around and introduce themselves and why they were there, and as that ball went round, I thought, you know, I can do this. My name's Sean and I don't want to be here. As that ball landed in my hands, instead of having that cocky bravado response, I didn't. I broke down. I burst into tears. And why at that point, what the trigger was, I couldn't tell you. I think for the first time ever, I felt safe being open and vulnerable. And the weird thing is, not one guy in that room did anything. When I broke down, when I was in tears, I had that ball in my hand and I was squeezing it. No guy tried to give me some quote of the day or some words of wisdom or put his hand around my shoulder or give me a hug. Every guy just nodded and gave me that time and that appreciation in understanding that here's a guy who's walked through the door who just needs to get some shit off his chest. For the first time ever, I'd shown some emotion, opened up without any consequence, without anyone trying to figure out why. And it wasn't until after about 6 months that I started to see, or started to feel, that whatever happened in the week, it wasn't a case of waiting till Monday to find the option to go take my life. It was, I've only got to wait till Monday and I can go see the lads and I can get some off my chest. And I was excited about it and I was looking forward to it, and it helped me bite-size my life as an overthinker. The transition from being a volunteer, which was a huge honour, to then working for the charity, I mean, it's mind-boggling. You know, I'm working for the charity that I stepped through the door of and helped save my life. So to give that back to whatever it is, that little bit of sacrifice that I might give, and being uncomfortable giving a presentation or a bit nervous about talking to certain people, that's only a brief moment. But if that brief moment of sacrifice gets a guy through the door, or comforts a wife or a mother who's lost somebody, and ultimately stops them or that family from going through that pain again, is huge. There's nothing better. To then walk into a club a year, 2 years down the line from something that I was a part of and helped start, to hearing them repeat the words that I instilled, to see new guys walking through the door, passionate to tell me about ANDYSMANCLUB because they don't know who I am, is magic. It's absolutely magic. And I get no bigger buzz than seeing someone else proud in something that I helped build and that I was a part of, because I'm only one small cog in a massive machine. But like many blokes, we're all proud to be that small little cog. It all builds into something bigger.